Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live here on SABC2. The Department of Telecommunications and Postal Services will hold the second memorial lecture in honor of the late Dr. Ivy Matsepe-Casaburri. She is the former communications minister. She was the minister between 2007 and 2009. The annual memorial lecture is meant to create space for the young people who are today's key players in the ICT and broadcasting sectors to appreciate the vision and the principles as well as the thought leadership that the late minister provided. Now, to tell us more about this, we speak to the Deputy Minister of Telecommunications and Postal Services, Mkhize. Deputy Minister, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Good morning to the listeners.
Thank you very much indeed for your time. Perfect timing, I suppose, for the memorial lecture. Still in Freedom Month. Today, we do know that the President will be bestowing the national orders. But how immensely did Dr. Ivy Matsepe-Casaburri contribute towards the liberation of South Africa?
I think it's immeasurable in the sense that from her young age, he committed herself to the struggle. Last year when we had the memorial lecture, the brother spoke passionately about how even within the family she was an agitator and an activist, even before she was recognized by the African National Congress. But of course, you know, a person like her, one cannot reflect on her life without thinking about high levels of commitment in whatever task, that assignment that she was given in government and outside government, especially within the African National Congress. And also the kind of leadership that she will provide, decisiveness, focused, visionary, and so it's life which it's worth reflecting upon as we celebrate the 22 years of our freedom, and especially for younger generations, so as to appreciate what brought us here, what kind of leadership, what kind of people led us up to this point, and especially in the area of education as well. She would educate.
Yeah. Now, talking about young people, we do know that the memorial lecture is actually meant to create space for the young people in the ICT sector. How is the department recruiting these young people into the sector?
Well, you know, the department, our policy says South Africa Connect policy. So it's really the whole broad area of communications, but using technologies. We work closely in partnership with the private sector. And what we do as part of their service obligations, we will expect them to connect the number of schools. And we have asked for special laboratories that they are extended to teachers and the school governing bodies. But besides that, through their enterprise development, they are taking young people now in numbers and placing them in their companies, creating opportunities for them to gradually enter the value chain of the sector of communications. So it's no longer about just dumping the end user gadgets to their schools or community centers, but actually ensuring that they are given space to acquire the critical skills so that they are also in the economics of ICTs.
Now, we do know that Ivy Matsepe-Casaburri was the Premier of the Free State between 1996 and 1999. And tomorrow, the Premier of the Free State, Mkhize, will be giving this memorial lecture. Tell us more about that.
And I think it's symbolic and it's important because even the positions that Dr. Ivy Matsepe-Casaburri got on her return from exile. At that time, Mkhize was a provincial leader in the area. So it's a really good thing. I assume he will also share passionately about how even the Free State itself nurtured her on her return in terms of understanding the local dynamics. She brought her strengths, but she found a solid province, and she based her thinking and vision upon that.
So it was more of a home as well.
A home, definitely.
It was. Now, we've heard of IT, and during the Economic Forum in Switzerland, we're hearing about ICT, which is described as the fourth industrial revolution. How is it helping us as South Africans?
Well, I think it helps to really be put under pressure. Remember, I said our policy, South Africa Connect. So we talk broadband rollout, in other words, ensuring that there are cables all over and the networks, in some instances, or hotspots, so where people can access internet. But, the fourth industrial revolution is very, very important, because we will not reduce the cost to communicate as long as we order all our gadgets from China, from India, from all over the world. The moment we acquire these capabilities, it will reduce these costs in a dramatic way.
Well, Deputy Minister, that's where we're going to leave it. But the memorial lecture is tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Central University of Technology in Bloemfontein.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.